Yeah. I came with the facts, got the date, got the text, got the calls, got the screen, got the pieces in the stack. They talk big, then they vanish when the truth hit the light. Try to twist what they said, but I kept it airtight. I don't fall for the noise, I don't fool for the hate. If I say it, I can show it every time, every day. They don't like what I found, they don't like what I keep. Try to paint me the villain when the proof is concrete. But I stand on the truth, hands steady, eyes wide. If you throw me your lies, I throw back the receipts. Snoopy's files, I bring the truth to the table. Snoopy's files, got the proof, it's all stable. Snoopy's files, take a shout, I don't flinch. Snoopy's files, every lie gets a pinch. Snoopy's files, I bring the truth to the table. Snoopy's files, got the proof, it's all stable. Snoopy's files, try to bend, I won't switch. Snoopy's files, yeah, I keep the whole clip. Now they come for my name, try to bruise my good heart, throwing dirt in the wind, hoping it can tear apart what I built with the truth, what I earned with my time. But I keep all the screenshots, line by line by line. They can scheme in the dark, they can post what they want. I already know the angle, I already know the kind. And the more that they talk, the more clear it all gets. Every mask that they wear turns to proof when it's checked. Let them run with the story, let them chase after smoke. I stay calm, I stay ready with the facts in a row. No, I don't need to shout when the record is right. I let truth do the talking every day, every night. Snoopy's files, I bring the truth to the table. Snoopy's files, got the proof, it's all stable. Snoopy's files, they can shout, I don't flinch. Snoopy's files, every lie gets a pinch. Snoopy's files, I bring the truth to the table. Snoopy's files, got the proof, it's all stable. Snoopy's files, try to bend, I won't switch. Snoopy's files, yeah, I keep the whole clip.
Hey everyone, here we go. Hey Cassandra, good to see you. I hope you're well. Hey Jane, hey Nick. Hey Kiki. I'm not sure if you saw my comment yet, Kiki. Hey Luna. Hey Jedi. Salute. Hey Junkyard. I think that's everybody. Good to see you all. Hey, Illy. Happy Saturday. What about me? He says, hey, watchers. I've been practicing, you see, my ChatGPT. Let me remove this for a minute. Hold on, let's set up some music. I've got a lot to cover. There's a lot going on. And make sure it's not too loud. Hopefully that's not too loud. Remember, olive oil is a horrible person. You're doing good. Ah, that's great, Cassandra. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Fluffy. Right, this pretty much, there's going to be an open panel later for anyone that wants to come up. I will drop the link. But there's a few things I want to address. Haven't been live in a while, and what I've been watching in these comments. What I've been watching is I think it's kind of interesting that there's some sort of tag team going on against Lady Letitia. And the reason I'm out here addressing this evening is this right here. With Golden, of course. Talking about me on somebody else's platform, right? In the comments, doing what she does best, lie and stir the pot. Right? Thinking that Lady Letitia is somehow doing something for me, when actually, Amani, your mom, Golden, and you all tag team against Lady Letitia. You did a live and then threatened to strike. Let me tell you something before I even get into it. I will be playing it under something called fair use. Not all of it, just the parts that I need, just the essential parts. Just the parts to show that this was not an isolated incident in regards to you speaking on her parenting. But we'll get to that. Here's another one. See the lies? She tried to teach us about the Crown Act. No, that's a fucking lie. You did a live on it. I mentioned you did a live on it. And that was the extent of it. This person has got to be the most delusional person out here. And that's saying a lot. That's saying an awful lot. This person who has just been exposed as creating fake beef for content, creating fake shit with people just for engagement. How desperate and pathetic are you? Crazy. We all know who employ these people. Do tell. Who are we employed by? And sadly, our sellout people big up people like her to do it while you sit with jelly. Those words should have stuck in your throat. And the word sellout, they stand out to me. But hey, it is what it is, Golden. You can call it and feign it under forgiveness. You can do whatever you like. Let's call a spade a spade. You were over Maggie's and said it. It was about me. It's all about me. You're obsessed. You're a weirdo. And the only person stalking is you. Hey, EJ, good to see you. You are the stalker. So anyway, just to let you know, right? Over the last couple of days, there's this guy, Split Media. I don't know him. I don't listen to him. But it has come to my attention that my name has come up several times over there. And this person, Queen of Stirring Shit, is in the chat lying with Star. The usual suspects. Three Stooges. Golden, Star, and Jelly. Going from place to place, trying to create a beef. So let me just say this, and say it politely. I have no issue with Split. I don't know him. I don't know that man. But he's been over there being told by Jelly that I'm stalking him. I'm following place to place. I don't have anything to even address with him. But you're allowing your, in inverted commas, twin to feed you a narrative. And just on that, you're all going to meet Watchers tomorrow. Because Watchers and me are going to be addressing you, Split, on what you said about me yesterday. Some random guy who's been turning up on different people's pages was over on Splits recently. And of course, Jelly starts lying and saying that that's my husband. The guy was from Liverpool. Gave him an inquisition. Started asking him if he got a pet. Stupid shit. And accusing him of being my husband because he mentioned some movie with the name Watchers in it. But no, we were at a family christening. We weren't even around. Rent free for these bitches. Rent fucking free. Here's another one, Golden. I've got Lady Letitia doing my bidding. Lady Letitia was not even speaking on you until you did that live provoking her. And where your co-host spoke on her child, which is not unusual. And I'm going to prove this. I'm going to show you where she was spoke about 2 months ago on your platform, and how you spoke on her 2 months ago on Maggie's platform. And don't worry, Jelly, they ain't fake receipts. These are transcripts from the live where Golden was sitting. So, Miss Goddess over there, Miss Self-Appointed Queen, Miss Liar, Miss Shitster, because that's all you're good for. That is all you're good for. Now, make no mistake, this is the only live I'm going to do. You won't get no back and forth from me. You got it already. You couldn't take it, remember? Snoopy stressed you out. Snoopy destroyed your life. Snoopy sent, you sat in his fucking live and you said, she sent things to my home. Let me explain what those things were. Legal paperwork. Nothing threatening. Paperwork. She sent something to my house. A letter. Oh, wow. Through a legal company. I didn't even need your address, and the receipt for that was put out. And what of it? What of it? You're all sitting there with Asher talking about who my family are. People that I don't even know exist, but apparently you know everything. It's news to me. News to me that I have family here, there, and everywhere. Get Davina McCall on, quick. We can do an episode of Long Lost Family. Hey, Lady Leo, welcome in. Permanent victim camp, exactly, Junkyard. That's exactly what it is. But here, let me refresh you, Golden. Let me remind you when you sat on Maggie's over on a live, and you know those cards that Maggie has made for different people? Let me remove this for a second. That's you. Here's the live. I cut it off, obviously, because it will be copyrighted and that picture's not mine. And there's a conversation going on about Lady Letitia. And Golden is talking about how much Lady Letitia has changed, simply because of who she supports. These people run around YouTube saying that they're being attacked because of who they support, when they're really not. Nobody cares. Rent free. You're the one that cares. You attack anybody that supports somebody, and you make up bullshit as to them being employed, being on assignment. You are either in desperate need of a psychiatrist, or you should get the fuck off YouTube if you can't handle it. If you don't like your name coming up and you want to be a CC, get the fuck over yourself. And fast. Your name's gonna come up. You don't get to do lives on people and bring people up or go place to place, and then as soon as somebody mentions your name, you play victim. But that's the fake beef that you've been looking for. That's what you've been looking for. So I'm going to give it to you just for tonight. I'm going to show up with receipts and expose you. Just like Ralph did when he turned up, but we'll get to him later too. But just like he did when he went up on Maggie's platform and said to you, well, is this real? Or is this one of your fake beefs for engagement? You know, to have a couple of people in your chat other than the 3 devices that's already connected, or the 4 that you're streaming on, that counts for 4 people. And if I was not your topic, and Lady Letitia was not your topic, do you know how many people you'd have in your chat? You, your panelist, and your fucking mother. And that toxic, codependent, nasty relationship that you feed off each other on. Going from chat to chat. Going in on people. Sitting in the bushes waiting for your name to be mentioned. You're the only person that sees you as a queen. Irrelevant. Nobody else does. Nobody else gives a fuck. But guess what? I've got time. I've got time. And I'm going to show you for who you fucking are. Next one. Actually, that's the third one. We'll come back to that. There's the first one. So Maggie and her are on a panel. And they're talking about Lady Letitia. They've been talking about me prior to this, but they're on Lady Letitia now. And they're on this whole conspiracy theory thing, you know. The people are out here running assignments. Crazy shit. What's it called under there? It's a mental health act here. I think it's called 5150 over there. Yeah, that sounds a little bit more feasible to me. But she's sitting there talking about Lady Letitia. Somebody who doesn't talk about kids now, mind, okay? And she doesn't talk about people's parenting. Well, yes, here you were. Talking about her content. It's not your cup of tea. That's fine. Lady Letitia doesn't need to do any content, and certainly doesn't need any permission as to what she does on her channel. And you have no fucking authority out here just because you call yourself a queen. Jumping out of the bushes of people and talking about them. And by the way, you're not blocked. Feel free to come in. I'll let you up the panel. Let's go. Begging for your name to be said. Pleading to be recognised. Jelly won't give it to you. You'll get no time over there. Weren't you already told? Know your place. Know your place. Isn't that what she said to you? And yet you're back for more. So you were referring to Lady Letitia and this not being the type of content that she was doing before. And it wasn't her thing, according to you. Why would that matter? Why would that matter? You would have Manny, your co-host, your panelist, sitting there talking about maturity, and when you get to a certain age, must have escaped you and her and your mom, all three of you, tag teaming, bullying, going in on one person, bullying for engagement. Nasty work. Nasty. But hey, when you're desperate, you're desperate. Next one. And now it seems like she's on a whole another level. So I don't know. Yeah, I wonder what her husband is thinking about. What he's thinking about when she's getting sued because of stupidity like that. You don't talk about people's families, Golden, right? You don't bring them up. They're not mentioned. It's beyond you, you know? You go around thinking everybody else is playing victim, but no, you don't do no wrong, right? And even when she did her own content, you know, the Meghan stuff, and, you know, the royal family, which I always said wasn't your cup of tea. Nobody asked you to like it. But I'm glad you recognize she has other content. And if she chooses to go to 10 different sectors and fucking cover it, what the hell has that got to do with you? And why the hell do you feel that you need an explanation as to what she is doing? It's none of your fucking business. Didn't you actually say you were leaving the sector? Your words, not mine. You're going to a different sector. Aren't you in what Jelly refers to as the jealousy sector? No, it's called the KKK sector to everybody other than her. But that's where you sit. That's where you sit. Let me get some more receipts. Because you do speak on her kid. But you do it in a roundabout way. I'm not speaking on her child, but yeah, you're speaking on her child. Watch this. Watch this. The internet is undefeated. Oh, the irony, Golden, those words. You're out here moving and shaking. Let's see. Let me remove this. You've seen those. Let me get some more. I agree, Jen, completely. Weird murder. It is toxic. Completely toxic. I would be mortified. I would be that mortified if my mother was to come on YouTube and don't come back with any fucked up definition of we've a good relationship. I'm glad for you. So as many other people. But their mothers aren't out here battling everybody on their daughter's behalf and being every bit as malicious as you are. So, your words. Well, see, these type of things that I say, I just refrain from speaking on them, because I got a child of my own. I'm trying to figure it out as I go, and I don't want to talk on children. But you do. I don't want to talk about people's parenting and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it is a viable is what the word should be, transcript wrong. It's just like, if you have your own child looking at things that you don't even like when you're upset, right? But for you, Golden, weren't you reminded on Maggies about your kid screaming in the background when you were losing the head? Didn't she sit there going, Golden, baby, the baby Golden, and you got into it with Lady T? I don't know who you think you are. And I'm not out here pretending to be perfect at all. Okay? I'm one of these people that will tell you to your face what I can do. I don't hide my hands. I don't do it maliciously. I do something, it's me. But here you are judging somebody else whose child is not even in the room and with her father or anywhere else. That's none of your business. But here you are speaking on somebody else's kid and parenting. And this is something you don't do, right? Something that doesn't happen, yeah? 2 months ago, let me refresh your memory. Actually, no, let's go back to the most recent to remind you. This is her panelist, Imani, who went in on Lady Letitia about her child and had the audacity to say if somebody repeated it, she would sue Lady Letitia. I promise you, by the end of this live, that will not even be a possibility, because you also spoke on her 2 months ago. You spoke on that little girl 2 months ago, which I'm going to play as well. The internet is undefeated. A liar needs a good memory. And the only thing that you three are good at is lying. And people remember. So, context. And let me skip forward and save you all the pain. Imani's up grandstanding, doing what she does best, up in the soapbox and talking about women of mature age and how fucking Golden is being victimized. Golden's not being victimized. And before you come at me, bitch, I'm younger than you. And I ain't that much older than Golden. But everybody seems to have the perception that I'm in my 60s. I'm not in 46. Jelly started that lie. And all you sheep followed and repeated. Which is why she doxed me wrongly. I don't hide who I am. There's nothing in my life you will find that you will ever find as tea or to hold over my head in any way. That's not a possibility. So you hold no power over me, not one of you. Not any of you. Especially you, Jelly. We'll come to you too down the line. Anyway, back to Imani. Imani, who didn't want to be involved in anything, but here she is. She's out here tag teaming and she's going in on Lady Letitia, who's done nothing to her. This is somebody who previously came out and dragged Lady Letitia and then pretended that it was a laugh, it was a joke. No, it just didn't look good on you, girl. You couldn't own it. You couldn't own it for fucking shit and said that you were joking. You were no more joking than anything. Anyway, let's stick to the topic that we have at hand. I don't want to confuse you or bring you left field. Well, here we go. Oh, one more thing. Let me remind you of this, Golden. This is fair use under section 107. And I can use this for the purposes of research and critiquing.
We become mentors, advisors,
Mentors,
parents, grandparents, and role models. Whether we ask for that responsibility or not, our words carry more weight because they're supposed to come with life experience. And this is why I found some of the situation you were talking about very disappointing, because here we had someone who's in her 50s talking about two women in their mid-30s and a man in his early 40s, all adults, fully capable of deciding who they wish to speak to, forgive, or associate with. Yet someone who is got at least 15 years.
So the 15 years that she may have on Golden, does that mean that she cannot go and associate with who she likes? Who she supports? It's only a problem when it's everybody else. Got it.
At least 15 to 20 years on these three people has chosen to spend hours publicly analysing their friendships, questioning their motives, speculating about why they reconcile, and inviting her audience to judge and decide on decisions that are ultimately those people's to make. You know, and I listen.
And nobody is disputing that. You see, Golden, this is where I'm doing transformative commentary, stopping and starting. This is called within fair use. This here, Amani, is called YouTube. People form opinions. People talk. It is not unusual for people to play back other people's content and give commentary on it. I don't know where you've been. As a matter of fact, when you sit on Golden's channel and you play back other people's content, that's fair use too. You didn't produce it, neither did Golden. You were playing somebody else's content. But here's the difference. None of you are given any commentary, are given anything authentic, are given any opinion. What you're doing is getting ChatGPT to write it for you. And then not only take somebody else's content and play it, but you get a robot to fucking speak through it and all.
Carefully to some of her, as much as I could stand of her commentary, because it wasn't a discussion about important things that are going on, like public policy, current events, or really important issues. It was several hours spent analysing friendships, motives, and personal decisions of three adults. She questioned, why does Golden keep going back? Why does she forgive Maggie? Why is she friends with her again? What does Ralph have to do with it? But here's the thing.
What have you got to do with it? Here's my question. What have you got to do with that? You're sitting, dragging somebody for doing the exact same thing that you're participating in. The fucking hypocrisy. Is it just that you see everybody else and what they're doing, but you just can't see a fucking thing? What is it? Fuck this superior fucking bullshit attitude. You looking down your fucking nose and everybody else thinking, oh, I'm in a political sector and I'm bringing X, Y, and Z. No, bitch. You're bringing ChatGPT and everybody else's fucking work.
Those aren't the questions that only Golden can answer. They're questions that only Golden needs to answer.
It wasn't a question.
Entitled to an explanation about other adult friendships, and we don't concern ourselves with her friendships. Throughout the live stream,
you extremely very much, and as I've shown at the beginning of this live, Golden certainly 100% goes from place to place, very much concerned about the associations that Lady Letitia has and me, or who my mods support. Very much so. Obsessed, unhealthy, stalkerish. Oh, hey, let's continue.
She described Maggie, or as she likes to call her, Maggot, in extremely negative terms. She calls her dangerous. She's not on the up and up. She warned that another creator not to associate with her, suggests she chases clout, and repeatedly paints her as someone who betrays people. And whether I agree,
Okay, let me just say this, all right? You may have a wonderful opinion of her. The experience in YouTube of the people who know her have a different one. There's a foreign concept. People will have difference of opinions and use their own platform to speak and talk, which are perfectly entitled to do.
To agree or not, that's opinion. It's only an opinion. Then she shifts her focus to you. And she says she doesn't dislike you as though it matters in the scheme of world affairs, but she repeatedly describes you as someone who keeps going back, keeps forgiving, keeps putting yourself in the same position. She compares you going to Maggie's panel as walking back into a lion's den or a snake pit.
And she stood on that. And what's wrong with that? On the grand scheme of things and worldwide affairs, here you are speaking on it. Judging somebody else for speaking on their opinion.
Again, that's her interpretation, not a fact. Then she brings Ralph into the conversation and she speculates that Ralph is always involved when Maggie is involved and wonders whether your friendship with Maggie has something to do with Ralph. I mean, what?
Let me tell you something that everybody out here can see. The blind can see. Where Ralph goes, Golden goes. What content Ralph wants to cover, Golden will cover. Because Golden's over in the corner going, notice me, pick me, hey, I'm over here. When in reality, when he turned up to our house, he couldn't wait to get out of there. Ran out the door, gone. And here's one more thing, Golden. We really want to know, now you don't have to answer this because it's kind of pathetic, but just to kind of bring up and put a bit of context here, while you were on panel with Ralph and Maggie, Shar was in the comments asking you, why do you climb all over other people's boyfriends? Isn't that interesting? Let that sink in. This is somebody in a relationship. This is somebody with a lot to say about other people's husbands, families, but can't take a long look at herself. Sending messages the next day. Can we just keep this secret between me and you? I had too much to drink and too much to smoke. And you've got your mother putting you to bed like you're a sick toddler.
The hell? Yeah? But it's all speculation once again. And what concerns me is there comes a point where commentary stops being about what people have publicly said and starts becoming about what they imagine they think, why they think they behave that way, why they think their private relationships mean. These are very different things. And unless you're...
I just want to give my opinion on this. No, Amani, you were very much mistaken. The people that you associate with, that you gravitate towards, that you support, they work on conspiracies. Everybody else out here works on facts, theories, rational thinking, not lies, not secondhand information, facts, receipts.
Part of those relationships, you don't know, and why? Oh, why do you really care so much? I mean, do we not have any content? Do we not have enough things like Nolan Wells and the government and other stuff like Sydney, Paris Hilton going on? No, not for her focus, because any chance she gets to bring you, Maggie, Ralph into a conversation, she runs with it like the game ball.
Can somebody please send a memo to this woman, because you seem to have lost your own memory as to when you were in the sector supporting Ralph and the content was basically all about Jag and all about Jag's associations. Have you forgotten that? That is the content of the sector. And if she chooses to continue with her royal content and she chooses to be a bridge between different sectors, she's perfectly within her right to do so, without being questioned, without being inquisitive as to her motives. It's her channel. It's her channel. Who are you? Who are you to ask this?
And most of us by our mid-30s and 40s have experienced relationships and friendships that don't work out. We've fallen out with people, we've forgiven people, we've decided to move on. Sometimes we've reconciled, sometimes we've chosen not to speak to them again. But those are...
Translation, we're now in bed with Jelly. We'll just keep going back to people no matter how much public humiliation they have. That's translation there.
Personal choices. And they're not for YouTube audiences to vote about. And no commentator gets to become the referee in other people's friendships.
Nobody is looking to take a public vote. Despite the fact that she has appointed herself as the queen, good for her. There's no bylaws out here where there's a fucking... where there's people on different sectors taking a vote as to what she should or shouldn't do. This is completely delusional and delusions of grandeur. That is what that is. To think that you're that important that people run around. Nobody is even talking on Golden. Even fucking Lady Letitia wouldn't respond because the three of you jumped over bushes tag teaming after you had set it up, after you had goated her, after you had done lives on her and she went to respond. Fake beef. Bullshit. You're fake and phony. All of you.
This is why we don't have unity, because people are always sticking their nose in where it doesn't belong.
Unity. Let me tell you something. Learn to read a room. Seriously. Learn to read a room. I don't know what kind of cult you're in, accept everybody. Doesn't matter what the principles are. Jesus, go over there and make fucking unity with Bencher. Bring him in. Forgive him. No, life doesn't work that way. What you choose to do, you choose to do. And if people decide to stand on their morals, they should not be ridiculed for doing so. At all. The fact that you can state that you had principles that you could not hold speaks volumes. The fact that you align with somebody who said some of the most disturbing, disgusting rhetoric about children, rhetoric about other women, and you have not done no due diligence on anything but no jumping the bandwagon because you don't like the people that she's talking about. That's going to be the rock you perish on. Not by me. It's not a threat by me. You're going to learn because Jelly's going to show you exactly who she is. She always does.
Often with age comes the opportunity to exhibit wisdom. But this doesn't exist over there. It's not knowing everybody's business. Wisdom is knowing when someone else's business isn't ours. And if you have a door...
Maybe like Lady Letitia and what she's speaking on. Do you have the maturity to realise that's none of your business? It's her channel. Do you have the maturity to realise that the section that you've been in for the last 2 years, this is how it operates? This is nothing new. It's nothing scandalous that she's doing. She's giving commentary. But you three want to attack her. And here's where she starts speaking about her kid.
Watching you. One of the greatest lessons you can teach them isn't how to analyse other people's friendship. It's how to respect other people's boundaries. It's how to disagree without becoming consumed with someone else's life. It's how to recognise that adults have the right to make decisions that we wouldn't make ourselves. Healthy maturity means accepting that people will sometimes reconcile, they'll sometimes forgive, they'll sometimes make choices we don't understand, and those choices don't directly affect us. We don't need to build an entire public narrative around them. And at the end of the day, all three of you are adults. If you choose to speak tomorrow, that's your decision. If you choose to never speak to each other again, that's your decision. Neither outcome requires approval for someone with a housekeeping bell from a hotel, for God's sake.
Oh, who's judging now? Where's your maturity now, Amani? A hotel bell. What's wrong with it? She chooses to have it. Why are you so offended by that? What's so outrageous by it? We've just given a speech about if people choose to do things, then they should be allowed to do it. Golden made her decision. She's over with Jelly. You see anybody petitioning out here say, come back, we miss you? No, there's not one. Not one person. As a matter of fact, she's there. I said from the beginning, before I went over, let me tell you something. When I went over to Maggie's, I knew I could show her up for exactly who she was, a fraud. I could put my ego to one side for a bigger picture. And I was willing to leave everything alone with Golden. And Golden didn't want that. And what does that tell you? What does that say? Because she has lied and lied and lied about me. And anything I've done, I've said, yeah, I did that. She hasn't. Nor do I want her to. I went over there and she was too blinded by her own resentment and obsession towards me and vitriol towards me that she could not see that everything that she said that she stood for, she abandoned. While I stood there, willing to draw a line in the sand so that she would not make that mistake. Who was the bigger person? But then she continued to talk about me on other people's channels. And I left it alone. And then you were exposed, Golden. I haven't done so. I didn't even have to say anything because the people in the chat called you out. While you were over there saying, oh, she brought my name up. You had spoken about me 8 times prior to that. And this is my first time to speak about you since. It'll also be my last. Because this will be the last exposure that I'll do for you. I told you, I will treat you like jelly. If I feel like speaking about something, I will. You chose where you wanted to sit, under the guise and the manipulation of religion. Thinking that you were something, I don't know, wonderful because you're able to forgive this. But you abandoned everything. Every single thing that you said you stood for, you abandoned. And that's the cold reality of it. And that's how people view it, because that's exactly what you did. So no, it's not a matter of not having unity. It's a matter of having boundaries and having principles and having morals. And in those boundaries, people are well within their rights to say, I will not deal with that person or anybody associated with them. You got warnings on this. When I say warnings, I mean by your own community as to what you were doing. But you were too blinded. Miss, God speaks to me like nobody else has any kind of spiritual or religious concept. Let's continue.
And the most important question is, why do they keep talking to each other? The better question is, why are you spending so much time analysing it? Why let adults live their lives? That's the example of maturity that you should try to set. And there's another thing that you do that really grinds my gears, and you know who you are. Yeah, you use people's possible financial struggles as a roast, where they live, whether they receive public assistance as a punchline. What are we teaching our children? Are we teaching them to measure a person's worth by their circumstances? Are we teaching them to mock those who may be facing hardship, disability, illness, or unemployment? Or are we teaching them empathy, humility, and compassion?
I'm just going to interject here because Lady Letitia did address this and say this was something she said to another content creator who had insulted her daughter. So is that what you're defending, Amani? That her response to a particular content creator who insulted her daughter and put a sexual term on her as a toddler, you find fault with her response?
Every family can face a difficult time, a job loss, an illness, a disability, or an unexpected crisis can change someone's circumstances overnight. And there's no shame in accepting lawful support when it's needed. The real measure of your character is not whether someone lives in Section 8 housing or receives benefits. It's how we treat people who may be going through difficult times. And if our children grow up believing it's acceptable to ridicule people because they're poor or need assistance, then we're not just creating cruel comments, we're teaching a lack of compassion. Society is judged not by how it treats the wealthy, but how it treats those who need a helping hand. And that,
if your child, Amani, is ever insulted in that way, then talk about how you would respond. Then do it. Her child was not around when she responded. She didn't go in on everybody. She said it in a direct response to one person. One person. She didn't generalize it. Lady Letitia will treat anybody out here, regardless, always with dignity, always with respect. Never anything different. Yet here you are, berating her for sticking up for her child like she's done something wrong.
it's a lesson worth passing on to the next generation. As well as my last point, when you can only use people's appearances as a roast, or if they receive benefits. What exactly are you trying to teach your child? Would you like your daughter or son to grow up believing that a person's value is determined at how they look, how much money they have? Every one of us looks in the mirror and may not see things we like, but you using it to roast and bully someone 20 years your junior. We don't choose how we look. Some of us can afford to change the things we don't like.
Bully somebody 20 years her junior, she never stated anything like that to Golden. Well, here you are. No receipts. All bullshit. All grandstanding. Have you kids in the background as you're speaking like that? Because it isn't all that different from her rhetorical. And yet again, I'm going to state this, because it is a fucking 100% fact. Lady Letitia treats everybody with respect and dignity. She does not step out of her lane, and she is entitled to respond without being bullied and tag-teamed by you, Mama Warrior, Golden, and that piece of shit Jelly.
Many aspects of our health and the circumstances we're born into make us look how we do. And children are always watching, and they learn from our actions far more from our words. And if they see adults mocking someone's looks or financial circumstances for laughs, because I'm sick of it, really sick of it, they tend to grow up believing that bullying is acceptable as long as it gets attention or applause. And it's different.
That's a complete reach. To go in and lady the t-shirt for responding to an adult who spoke sexually about her daughter. And this is your retort? Give me strength.
If there's a back and forth, but the person you're constantly, whose looks, whose hair you constantly talk about, never talks about yours, and you're 20 years her senior. Check yourself. This is the sort of toxic stuff that needs to be checked, because it's no longer a back and forth when the other person is not responding to you. It's just about you and how you behave. And at your age, you're supposed to be mentoring people, the coming generations.
Aren't you too, Amani?
That was my pet peeve for today. But apart from that, I'm okay.
So that was 2 days ago, and that was the threat that was put out that if it was played, she was going to strike. I've got one more to get to. But in the meantime, let me show you something. Let me bring you all back. Golden, do you remember when me and you first got into it? You know, when you instigated? And I came out here many times saying I didn't want to do no back and forth. And I called you a drunk. You remember me saying that? In response? This is how I remember you. Let me play something here. I'm going to remove this for a second. This is under fair use. And I'm getting a little bit tired of people who come out speaking on my kids, other people's kids, speaking on people's families, and then saying she didn't. But as you can see from what I said to show the transcripts earlier, she very much does. So, this is the person we take advice from, right?
Good loving people, girl. You goofy bitch.
Context. Let me just take down the music. So I want you all to hear this. This is, funnily enough, this has come up recently with Jag. Jag said she never talked about Joshua Ray. But funnily enough, on this clip, it is what she's speaking about. And she's saying that Joshua Ray is Danny. It's an old clip. It's about 1.5 years old. My opinion, Golden, of you and how you were came from this. Okay? One. This is just one. And this is fair use. Wow. See Maggie? See the look Maggie's giving her?
You know, when you're busy away working and you're focusing on what you need to focus on, all of this stuff is real distracting. It is. It's an unnecessary, unwanted, uninvited personal expense when business partners have to call you and tell you that while you're not there and they are there, that police are coming by, disrupting, building, talking about my government name and allegedly unalived corpses inside there. Just ghetto. That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing?
Listening and learning, apparently.
Joshua Ray.
Joshua Ray.
You that desperate to force.
Look at how much she's looking down at.
In my life, that you're willing to lie and say that someone was unalive in the studio.
Oh, she's coming around
so
here.
he could get through the door?
So cute.
That's what you're doing?
Just try.
That's what you're doing? You ain't got to worry about receipts. Our partners have been documenting everything.
2 minutes in.
And you owe them $25,000 for disrupting their shooting day.
Oh, look, parked up.
Now they got to spend an extra 12 hours on the editing process. They're going to be behind. Thanks to you.
This is sad.
Barbara's dummy. You like playing these games, don't you? You like playing these games. I'm gonna tell you one thing. It's a good thing they were busy shooting film. Because all of those people are more than capable of defending themselves by law. Well, what kind of desperate idiot dummy do you have to be to try to create force and force negative police engagement on people you don't even know?
Why not drop down? Oh, sit there.
Like real rap. Cash Money Records.
Jag is loud.
Get more no limit.
Oh, she awake for about 5 seconds. That's sad. And this is the person. It was a lot to say. And everybody else. There you go then. One of the reasons I formed that opinion. And as I said to you, there were other occasions where you were on panel and your child was in the background calling you. There was a day he was ill. And I'm not saying this for any other purpose other than these are the memories I have of you when you will go up on panel. That's how you will conduct yourself a lot of the time. Your kid was ill another day. He wanted his mum. Kept calling you. You stayed in that live. But you're worried about what other people, what other people's effects are having on their children. When they're with their father. When they may not even be in the house. But you have a lot to say about other people's kids. Including mine. Who's either asleep or else out with her dad. Because I don't get into this shit around my kids. Or at least I try not to. There's times she wakes up, I end my live, I go to my kids. I don't sit in panels when my child wakes up. Ever. Anyway, that's just me. What else do I have here that I wanted to go into? Oh, yeah, another thing. Ralph is looking for his TikTok. What's going on with that? What is going on with his TikTok? Why are you holding it back and not giving it to him? Do you know what he mentioned? He mentioned you'd have your car by now. You must be looking for a car. I suggest if you're in that state, maybe don't drive. Maybe it's the best thing in the world that you don't have a car right now. I do know if you have to get a TikTok page or something else to be able to afford it. I'm not begrudging you it. By all means, I hope you get it and receive it, and I hope it's the greatest in the world. But what's odd is this. You were in Ralph's live. And yet again, Ralph brings up because it was 8 months, the last time he said it. You have that TikTok page 8 months. I could have given that to somebody who would have been grateful and used it. All you had to do was sign. It was already registered, apparently, with some, I don't know, it's Ralphie Lies. It's already registered with some God knows what agency, and all you had to do was model clothes or use creams or anything. Just put it to use somehow. But it's not YouTube, is it? You won't be able to get the fake beef that way, will you? So you have no interest. But you do want the car, apparently, according to Ralph. And he said that would have helped your financial situation. I bring that up to say this. You spoke on Lady Letitia. You spoke on classism, something that she is not about. She doesn't give that impression to fucking anybody other than you. Nobody out here would ever accuse her of that whatsoever. She's never out here flaunting what she does or doesn't have. She's very humble. She's very down to earth. She's the salt of the earth. But you feel the need to be able to attack her and lie about her just for engagement, like you do with everybody else. Lie and stir the pot. So why have you still got that TikTok? Why would you not give that back? But then, hey, you got him to your house. According to him, you were sending him messages about the dog to try and get him back around. So I guess if you have the TikTok, you have him as a hostage, really, haven't you? Because he can keep coming back to you and saying, what are you doing with that? You going to do anything with it? You're going to get yourself out of whatever situation he claims you're in? Or maybe he'll come home to you and give you some, I don't know, sit there and actually do a TikTok with you. You're holding that as a leverage. And I'm sure Shar is there. Shar even brought it up. Shar's there asking about the TikTok. But she certainly is asking about, why were you climbing, her words by the way, climbing all over other people's boyfriends? I think that's a valid question. Miss Morality. I think that's fairly valid. You're in a relationship, right? You like to talk about other people's husbands, what they put up with it, what they don't. Like I said, Watcher's going to be on with me tomorrow night. We're going to be doing a live together. Any questions? Come ask. Come ask. You've nothing to hide. Never had. Every relationship that I look and see, just my opinion, my observation, every relationship you seem to form with people is toxic. All of them. Everyone. It's a common thread throughout. You're an agent of chaos. You were a liar. You were a shit stirrer. You were desperate for attention. You were desperate creating chaos. So you can have, maybe one or two people more in your chat and the devices that you have plugged in at home. I really, really think, hey RGM, I really, really think you need to actually start getting your head around the fact that people will mention you if you're out here and you're mentioning them. It happens. Any comments? Let me check the comments. I haven't checked the comments for a while. Amani is beyond ridiculous because she comes out and she preaches and she talks about what everybody else does, how low vibrational they are. It is not high vibrational to climb on somebody else's man or any other man when you're in a relationship. Ever. Not ever. Extremely low vibrational. And then you can't even own that. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. My mother told me. She had to put me to bed. Please, can we keep this between us? Do you think I'm attractive? They're not normal things you say to somebody when you're in a committed relationship. And seeing as you like to talk about everybody else's, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy this. So, my husband, as everybody knows, is involved in my chat on every live. Where's your partner? I know he pops in and out and all. Where is he? Where's the support? I know you've put him in a couple of thumbnails. And I will say this, he did speak once. I think he's really solid. I think he's really grounded. But I think you're lost on him. And that's the truth. I think you are so lost on him. I think he deserves better than to have a woman who will climb all over another man, throw herself at him, ask how attractive she is. Your boyfriend that you do not appreciate, your boyfriend who clearly must have some sort of trust issues because your actions, they ain't giving queen. These certainly aren't giving queen. They're giving something else. They're giving loose. They are giving loose, in my opinion. Just me. But then I'm all for monogamy. I'm all for settling down with somebody and building a life with them. I'm all for working through things and staying with that person and having them as your best friend. I couldn't imagine staying with anybody who could throw themselves at somebody else. Bad enough that he got up the next day thinking you wanted to put charges on him and couldn't wait to get the fuck out of there. Miss Queen. Miss I am. Miss I'm just so perfect. Miss everybody else is all of this and you're a victim. No, you're loose. You're loose. You're toxic. You're low vibrational. You're dangerous. You're a liar. You're a drunk. You are a drunk. You need an AA meeting, Golden. Badly. You need to find recovery, would be my suggestion. I'm not knocking anybody with an addiction. I'm not knocking anybody with any, because every person has somebody they know in their family that is battling with addiction in one way, shape, or form. I don't know. Every person has their own rock bottom, and I commend anybody who has the courage and the humility to pick themselves up and want better and do better and face those demons and not stay in that low vibrational state of existing day to day, being controlled, being codependent on a substance just to function. That's quite sad. And again, these aren't just my words. I'm repeating what was put out here previously about when you wake up. You're drinking hard liquor, according to that person, prior to you even brushing your teeth. Or you're out here judging everybody else. And heaven forbid your name is out there. Or heaven forbid somebody speak. And you're victimized. You're being attacked. No. You're being engaged with. You have people actually telling you things that are truths. You don't want to hear them. But hey, you keep hanging on to Ralph's coattails. It is no sweat off anybody's brow. I promise you. Nobody's even thinking about it. They don't care. Except Shar. Shar cares, clearly, because she's following you from chat to chat to ask, why are you climbing on other people's boyfriends? And she's saying that you're fake. And she's saying that you're a backstabber. And you know what? Just from what I've observed out here, and I don't like Shar either, but it's fucking bad when you've got somebody who abandoned their son telling you that you have problems. Oh Lord, why is God not speaking to you on that? Clean your own house before you do housekeeping anywhere else. And I stand on every fucking word I've just said. All of it. So that's you. We'll put you to one side for a second. Actually, no, hold on. I've got one more thing. I did say before it goes out of my head. 2 months ago, Amanda, you spoke on Lady Letitia's daughter. And I'm going to play it. Because you threatened that if she addressed or somebody else addressed and brought up what you had said on the live 2 days ago about her daughter and her parenting, that you were going to sue her. So let me get Lady Letitia to realise there is a live that you've put out there on a panel 2 months ago. Let me pull it up and play it. You don't have to worry about cutting it off. I've got it already downloaded. And you don't need to hide it because I've already got them downloaded too. These people lie so much. They walk around thinking that everybody is beneath them. Everybody else is low vibrational. They don't engage in any shit. They fucking create it. Let me get the timestamp on that. 1753. Yep, got it. 79. Let me get that. Again, this is fair use. And this is commentary for critiquing purposes and research. What was it? I saw 1753. Okay, here we go.
I do not like peas. I don't know why, but I just don't.
Did you say hide them in your cheeks? I think
It's up.
There we go.
Green peas. I do not like peas. I don't know why, but I just don't.
Did you say hide them in your cheeks? I think we need a pause there.
Pause. Pause. Pause.
I used to put the peas in a tissue, right? I used to put them in a tissue, wrap them up, and we used to have plant pots, and I used to stick them in the plant pots. But sometimes I used to forget, go back and get them.
This is
So when my mum
one sec. Okay, let me see. I see if I share stream. Let me put up a banner because then it won't show any of the imagery. Where is my scroll thing? Oh. Come on. Come on, cooperate. Okay, this is not moving for me for a second. Let's see. Got it. Okay. Okay. There we go.
Michelle, I got some things that I want to get into when it comes to housekeeping as well. But Lord,
Alright,
that
that's
was
what
a lot. I don't know if I can follow up with it.
So when my mother used to water plant pots, she used to find the vegetables.
One second. Just let me mute this 1 second to make sure it's the right one. Got it. Sorry about that. This one is from 2 months ago. So like I said, it's not been the start of it 2 days ago when she spoke on Lady Letitia and her parenting, because I'm going to play an extract of Miss Panelist, who is good at bringing this stuff up. This was during a live she made, well, Golden made. Maggie versus YouTube, it's called. And this is another live 2 months ago where they went in on Lady Letitia because she, God forbid, has her own experience of Maggie that she doesn't agree with them. But apparently, unless you agree with their side, there's something wrong. So I want you to hear this. Lady Letitia. I gave you a fright. Sorry, Serena. I knew it was quiet for a second. Sorry. This is 2 months ago. So when you said that you would sue Lady Letitia for defamation, it's not defamation if it's factual. It should refresh your memory.
Family, because I'm not going to call her the nasty name that you do. Okay? But let me just talk about her life. Can I talk about her life yesterday? Am I here to go, or do you want to tag team this? Because I can go on all day about a grown ass woman. Isn't she the same one? Sorry, Gordon. Isn't she the same one who, because this was on her life, so I'm not doxing anything she said. Her child hit another child at school. So rather than, didn't she have to be comforted by the parents of the other child, allegedly, that her child hit? And you want to talk about a Maggie? You're a joke. Joke all by yourself. All by yourself.
And you're a hypocrite.
All by yourself.
All by yourself.
Anyway, that's me done. Sorry.
You hear that? But you don't talk about kids and Manny, right? You don't speak on kids. Heaven forbid you'd speak on the kids. That is only 2 out of the lives, out of the many, many lives where 2 of you, 3 of you have been tag teaming all along, speaking on other people. And then when it's addressed, you play victim, cry foul, make up shit. You're looking a bit stupid right about now. So, good luck with any court case you think you're going to have, because there's plenty more of those also, Amani. Plenty more. Heaven forbid you would speak about anybody's kid. No, you're quite comfortable to do so. Quite comfortable to bring up things that you think that you can use as weapons. And as a mother, and from your speech from 2 days ago, shouldn't you be more mature? Shouldn't you be setting a better example? Pop goes the weasel. Exactly, Jay. Junkyard. Exactly. The hypocrisy that they think that nobody else sees. Everybody out here sees it. Everyone. There is nobody out here that doesn't see it. So that's what I wanted to play. It's very low RGM and it's continuous. And they throw rocks, they hide their hands, they go around and they play victim everywhere and say that they're being stalked and harassed. I couldn't think of 2 lesser people that I don't even like you out here on YouTube. Why the fuck would I look you up on anything? Anywhere. You put a comment in Lady Letitia's chat when people were sticking up for Lady Letitia. And it was comical because you said, they're my ops. You don't even have a channel of your own. And you're calling people your ops. Girl, you wish you had ops. You wish you're another one that's just deluded going around the place. Why don't you start your own channel? And then at least you both have one extra when you go live. You know, you might get a couple of people that'll come in. I'm sure people love to be belittled, ridiculed, spoken down to, all of that stuff. Yeah. Well, I know the people that do, you've already gravitated towards. Well, yeah, stay there. So with them 2 fucking idiots, and I don't have a lot to say. I'm a warrior, because when you do, you get told that you're saying things that you don't say. She uses her channel to go in and indirectly talk about people and shit that does not happen. Things that have never been said. And play victim. That's my opinion. But yeah, all 3 of you have been tag teaming and going in against Lady Letitia for nothing. For nothing. She hadn't done a thing to any of you. And Golden has been going, like I said, and I showed in the beginning. She's been going channel to channel, speaking about Lady Letitia, who's done nothing to her except try and respond to the bullshit lies that she puts out on her, and respond to the bullshit when she's out here speaking on her kid and on her parenting skills. But of course, they don't do this, right? Here's a timestamp on a transcript of a live that you can look up yourself and hear for yourself. You see, I think the problem is that they don't remember. Selective memory or alcohol amnesia. Convenient. Anyway, that's Golden for now. My next thing I want to address is with Ralph, which is sickening. After you did a live recently, you were on Maggies and you didn't want people on TikTok knowing your background, remember? You were trying to get into a whole new algorithm. You didn't want anything to do with whatever happened in the past, right? And I knew if I just said to you, right, just leave it alone. You couldn't help yourself. But what you did do was absolutely vile and disgusting. And you went back after the live and you took out Jane's comments, but not before she screenshot them. Let me remove the ones I have in my studio for a minute and get the comments that you went back and deleted. They're no longer there on your live. Jane went in on your live because you said something that was extremely disgusting and unfathomable. Sassy Paws supported you. Sassy Paws made your music along with a couple of other people. She supported you right up into Freeman Farm, and she chose to remove herself. You sat and you lied about her. You said she's not deceased, that all of it was a hoax and a conspiracy, so that you could fill some sort of sick, twisted narrative. While you're, again, grifting on Krishan, another woman. You're bringing up her death and saying that she's still alive. You deliberately lied on her. You stated that she was from Oakland, Cali. Was that to allude to her being maybe gang affiliated? What was the purpose of that? She is not from Oakland, Cali. Sassy was from Texas and should be allowed rest in power and peace. Well, you brought her up on your life as part of a troll farm. You should be ashamed of yourself. You are a fucking scumbag grifter who use women, including Krishan and whatever's going on with her. I'm not going to speak to a culture I know nothing about, but you have a pattern. Jane went in and said to you about Sassy, and then you tried to intimidate Jane and say that she is part of a racist gang on YouTube who attack black males in America. No such thing. You lost 99% of your supporters because of you. And that psycho girlfriend char you have. And down to the actions that both of you had. Download this video. Use it to your imaginary investigation that's being looked into, and detectives and FBI are looking in. Like they were when you come out and you said the FBI were at your house when Bonnie was there. You don't want all this being dragged up, right? Guess what? You either apologize for Sassy or I'm going to YouTube. And I already have the account set up. Not YouTube, sorry, TikTok. And what's going to be my speciality? Troll farms, grifters, and frauds. We're off the wise. I've already hit up the voodoo doll. You know that other lady, the other girl that you've been starting on? You have a pattern. Ashley Banks is there, and you think you're being impressive to her to say that you broke up an argument between two women in Discord? No. You said verbatim, and I don't even like using this language, but I'm just making a point to you. You brought up verbatim when you were referring to Krishan and that sector. You said, well, those people live a life of dick and pussy and alcohol, and that's not you. Surprise, surprise. The alcohol might not be part of it for you, but you know what it is? Dick, pussy, slinging D in Discord. Anybody want to hit me up? Anybody want to come out and see me? Your words. That's very much you. Jumping in on topics like you did with Jag. To the point of when Jag wasn't even around anymore, you're the only person out here doing it. Even Trevor Green made a cartoon looking at, and you look so fucking weird sitting in any bar talking to Jag, you know? And then you jumped on Krishan, another lady, another woman, so that you can gain a grip from and tap into an algorithm and maybe find new audience, people who don't know you. All of this was done and dusted, and you brought this back up You brought it up because Jane pulled you up on Sassy. You even went and pulled up her Cash App as if you had some sort of proof when it was dated from March the year before. To allude to her being here and faking her death, you are disgusting. Just to be able to give a narrative. I hope her brother and family do not see that live, including this one, because you are the most disgusting, grifting. You're a fucking leech. You are a leech. Everything you touch goes to dust. A scrounger. And I'm not basing that off your race. I'm basing that off experience. You lied. You're talking about, you asked me not to represent the women, and I didn't. But they're coming forward and saying it. And you're still calling them a liar. But those people that you have fooled right now will see. It won't be long before you're back in Discord begging for money again. Did you tell any of them that you got a card donated to you from a woman? That everything you do is on the back of other women? That all your content back then and all your songs and the Atlas family music was made by Sassy and two other people? And she supported you. Freeman Farmers in April. The receipts you showed us from March 25. I shouldn't even have to come out here and bring up Sassy's memory. You had people in your chat saying to Jane that she shouldn't be talking to you because Sassy wouldn't have liked it. Let me correct this. 100%. I can attest. Sassy did not support you in the end. Sassy did not like you. Sassy wanted you exposed. And Sassy and Jane and Greenstar were very close. So close. And Vantisha and a couple of other women. She was well liked. She was very well respected. And she is greatly missed. And no scumbag like you is going to come out here with a conspiracy fucking theory for you to be able to give to people so that you can grift. Go visit her brother's channel. Go ask him. He's made her a song. He has shown where she passed. The fact that I even have to come out here and say that stuff. Thank you, Trisha. I didn't know whether to mention her name or not, but that's exactly who made the music. You know, Shar, when you asked him a couple of months ago, oh, where's all our music? Where's all our people that do our music? They jumped ship when they saw True Ralph, when everything transpired over a year ago. But he can't take that. And truth doesn't matter when you're dealing with people like Amani, Golden, her mother, Ralph, any of them, doesn't matter. Let's get a conspiracy. Let's lie on people. Let's say they're connected to something that they're not. Let's say this is something greater than is. And let's big Ralph up for sitting there dragging down the women in his own community. Because the reality of it, and Ashley, if you're listening to this, I might actually drop you a note. The reality of it was, and people out here remember, Ralph, you said what your preference was over and over. Tara, blonde. Maria, with her smile. You weren't into black women. You had no problem taking their money. None. You had no problem abusing them. You had no problem flying off the handle at them. Many of them, not just an isolated incident where you intervened. Look at your track record. You came out on Jag. You dragged her for everything. Might have been a trend at the time. But look how far you brought it. Until you could not push it anymore. You exposed her partner and a lot of other shit. Maggie, pretending you had her nudes, looking her up on OnlyFans, looking up her cousin, her sister, her mother, whoever she had in her life. All of their socials were taken down. That's stalking. And here you are now. And whatever is going on between Krishan and Ronnie and Lord rest him and whatever else, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here to proclaim to, but do you know what the fucking common denominator is, Ralph? You'll jump on a grift and you'll use a woman for status. You're even lying on Lady T. Another woman in your community. Patterns of behavior, they don't change. But you are fucking disgusting for bringing up Sassy. So when Jane went into your chat to say keep her name out of your mouth, it was because you couldn't respect her memory. And then you think you have something to show on Jane because she was in the Discord? Well, she asked questions about Freeman Farm and then she walked like a lot of other people did. That's not down to anybody but you and Shar. The people who decided to be there doing what you were doing while you were asking for funding from everybody else. It's funny how these people spin a narrative when there's a lot of other people who watched it unfold. All of it, all the truths, all the facts that you try to keep hidden. You want to kick this back up again, we can go again, and I'll join you on TikTok. How about that? Let Sassy rest, you disgusting piece of fucking shit. I'm going to drop the link in case I did say it was an open panel. So I'm going to drop the link if somebody wants to come up. They're the things I wanted to address. You brought up Jane's page, her channel on YouTube. You ran through saying to people on TikTok and to Ashley Banks that, oh, look, she supports Danny and Danny is part of this and all of this. Exactly, Vintisha. It's deliberate. These aren't even delusions that he believes. It's deliberate, fabricated conspiracies that he puts out there to make himself look like he's wise or intelligent. You're the furthest thing from it. The furthest thing from it. You're a clown. Rest in peace, Sassy. Sassy was close to a lot of people. You were not one of them in the end. Neither were other people who were saying that Sassy wouldn't want Jane going in and defending her name. I can assure you she absolutely would have. There was a lot of people that did not even want to bring Sassy's death to this platform because of people like you, Ralph, because of how you treat it, because of how disrespectful and distasteful and deplorable and depraved she will be treated by people because she did not deserve it. Sassy was a gem and she was loved by everybody and respected by everybody. But you, apparently. I don't know if I put the link in that time. Did it go in? The link is there if anybody wants to join me. If not, it's cool. I have covered everything that I wanted to cover on this live. You don't want this to kick off again, I promise you. How fucking dare you say what you said about Sassy? And how dare anybody in your chat back you up for lying on her? Again, facts, receipts. I shouldn't even have to say that about her passing. Her brother made a whole song. He showed the funeral. But it's fake. You are disgusting. He's an absolute scumbag for what he said to her. Yeah, said about her. Always looking for a way to manipulate women and have women in his fucking channel defending him. And I do know there was women over there that are still there that had a lot of respect for Sassy. So please, at least when he's doing that, speak up for her, not him. Hey, Jane.
Hey, Snoopy. Hold on 1 second.
Take your time.
Yeah, I was really, really, really upset. Actually, it's almost like, because I stopped watching him. I literally stopped watching him. But I
Right.
don't know. Like one of those moments, I was just like, let me see what, like, if anybody else is live, because I'm not sub to him. And I went to his channel and I saw that he was live, and I know that he's been on this Krishan Rock stuff, and I hit play, and I heard, like, I hear him crashing out, I'm like, okay, what is he crashing on about? So he first started crashing about Maggie, like, like what she's doing to him, and how she's like doing some weird titles, pulling him into the Krishan Rock stuff, and like the canceling and everything.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking about gold. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Where the hell is this going? And then all of a sudden, while he's, dragging Golden for TikTok and keeping it hostage and just making a fool out of her, all of us, like out of nowhere, like out of freaking nowhere, he says, and Murph is still alive. His death is like fake, and Sassy's still alive.
Wow.
And I started, like, I was so fucking shocked.
Yeah.
I was literally, I'm like, am I hearing this right? Like, I can't believe this fucking scumbag, fucking liar, grifter, like all the names that can come to me. I can't believe he's fucking saying this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck? And I didn't even, like, at first I didn't want to go in, and I'm like, no, you motherfucker, I'm not going to let you do this, because I know where this is going.
Yeah.
It's what he does the best. He lies on people. He lies on fucking everything. I don't, when somebody lies so much that you literally don't know what the truth is.
Mm-hmm.
But to lie on somebody who was your supporter, who did music for you, who was there for you, streaming in the fucking Discord, keeping your ex-supporters, keeping it alive for you.
Yeah.
And you do fucking this, and then his bitch, Shar, comes with and I was putting all sorts of fucking comments. And then at one point, she tells me that how I am harassing. No, I'm not harassing. I came to correct the lie. And I will always do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, what bothers me the most is the way they operate, the way they fool their audience. I have I'm not into Krishan Rock. I have no idea what's going on, but from the little that I've seen, like, he's getting that audience all like mad and upset. He's crashing out on all sorts of people. Everybody's telling him that he doesn't know half the shit that's going on, but he's doing his grift, He,
exactly.
I guess, hit the algorithm with the Krishan Rock, and that's a big audience. So it's like, it's just crazy what he's doing, And then he says, oh, you're an Avenger, and always blame it on the Avengers, and just to make the conspiracy even more, like, oh, this is why you're here. And I'm like, you're a piece of fucking shit. You're a piece of shit. And his little bitch Shar comes out, and then she tells me karma is coming for you.
Yes.
Listen, bitch. And if she's listening, like, listen to me right now. Karma already fucking came for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
already fucking came for you. I'm not scared of anything or anybody on this YouTube. They're just fucking pissing me off. That's what it is. And you will never silence the truth. Just remember that. Never. Not Imani, not Golden, not Ralph, nobody. Vampy. I had a thing with her too today. Like, I've just had it. Stop fucking
Yeah,
lying. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. In terms of Vampy, nobody's going to be dragging her over here. It's not like that. We genuinely supported her, you know?
Right.
And there's no intention of going in on her in any way. And at the same time, I don't want to see anybody else do it either. I wish her well. That's it. That's it.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
is
Just
the lies.
ex-
It's the things that are misrepresented just because we said no. Okay, and we're not.
yeah,
I'm not aligned with that. And a few other people were the same. And then there's the line of you can't keep abusing people and expect them to still show up. It's just it's not right, you know. So
absolutely.
yeah, absolutely, she is somebody I wish from afar best of luck, and she is talented. But no, there'll be no back and forth and getting into anything there. Hey, Loki, it is what it is. So no, there'll be no
It
nothing like
it is
that.
what it
So
is, but I told her
it's
today.
even the
This
lies for content that gets to me.
exactly, and that
Yeah.
it's the lies that always get to me too. I have
Hmm.
no problem with anybody on this app, but if you're
Yeah.
gonna lie on me, like Imani started first with the fucking bullshit of address collecting, you know what I mean? And then if
Yeah.
Venti is gonna fucking pick up on that, what exactly are you fucking doing? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If
Yeah.
you have no fucking proof, if you know that I'm not doing that, and today she said I asked, like, I'm like, bitch, you know you're fucking lying. Just fucking
Yeah.
admit it.
I
And then
say it.
she, oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Jane. I'm like, why? Just so I can drop in the chat for you, so you can get that engagement.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I tell her, if you want to talk why don't you know how she's all upset? Like, hit the link, hit the panel. I need somebody on the. I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, we told you before, not everybody is a panelist.
Hmm.
Not everybody hits the link. And when you get someone to fucking hit your link, you're like, uh, oh, don't ever hit my link again. Like, what the fuck do you want? And second of all, like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, have some, just get it, and nobody's like controlling your fucking channel. Like, nobody's telling you what to do. Stop with the lies.
Yeah.
Stop with the lies.
You
Because if
couldn't if
you
you
do,
tried. Mm.
exactly, because
Yeah.
all of them stupid idiots like Asher, like I've seen Asher write in the comment, oh, vampire always gives the good tea, like on us. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you
And
fucking idiots. And I know
yeah,
fucking
it
Asher is a
does
fucking
feed
troll.
them. And they're people that operate on just what's said. It never has a shred of evidence for anything. It did completely play into the narrative. I do think she was pandering to them, and that's fine. That's okay. No issue with that. The issue is the lies. The issue is you don't need to fuck over people who supported you in order for you to be able to do what you want to do. You just don't. That part to me
Right.
is, yeah, that part to me is that it's unfathomable, you know? People who
I'm not
supported you.
exactly. We supported her. We were there for her all the time. We weren't bothering her, like making shit up.
No,
People were, I don't know. Like, listen, Vampy, I don't know who the fuck was messaging you every day. I do not bother people every
no.
fucking day and
I have
message
no
them.
idea
I
about that
don't,
either. Mm,
and then she goes in the midst, well, I wasn't even into this. Like, come on, just get it together, because
yeah.
it's not that it's not looking good for me. I'm fine because I know my truth and nobody can take it away from me. And you know
Mhm.
that what I'm saying is true. But like, what are you doing to yourself? Like, what are you doing to your public image? Yourself, not others.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing about that? And why don't you be real about it? You know? And I told her, hit Snoopy's. I can't see the chat now. Hold on, is there a way to see the chat here? Because I'm on the phone. Hold on 1 second.
I'm going to show some of Jane's receipts, just while she's getting organized and seeing the chat there. Let me start here. Remove that. These comments, okay, were screenshot at the time that she put them in. And they've since been removed from the live. So they're no longer there. Okay. Where is one of us, Sassy? Where she goes in and she says she came there she is. I came here for Sassy. She went in to correct the narrative about Sassy. She says, I came here because you're a lying bitch ass. And when she goes in, herding cats, Jane was one of the witches stirring her cauldron. Which cauldron? For what? Stirring what? Because you're one of the blind giving you Sassy. And allowing this man speak on somebody who, I don't know, it's not a good look. Jane said about him having snap-on teeth because he's been putting them on, and Amy goes, not snap-on. Yeah, they are snap-on. We've seen him. Their spells don't work. We're not witches. We don't use spells. But maybe ask Shar what she's into, and Ralph, because they're alchemists.
Exactly.
They're alchemists.
Exactly.
They do spells. Go ask them. Or go look at her TikTok page. One of the 10 that she has. So this is where he starts kind of threatening her because she turned up. Kind of to make it look that there was something conspicuous about Jane. So then it's, I'm going to pull you up into Discord and show everything that you've done. There was nothing there. There is nothing there. That's a tactic used to dispel people. Yeah. And she tells him, pull it up. Shar goes in and she says, shut up, meth mouth Shar. Tell people you're a liar and a grifter. That's what you need to do. That's what Jane said. I 100% agree with this. 100%. She put some swords and fire because he's pulling up her channel. We're processing them all now. The delusions are fucking crazy, honestly. There's not one of us out here, and I promise you this, all my kids afraid of any investigation, of any police interference on anything, because every single thing we've been accused of is all bullshit.
Exactly.
It's
fucking
all bullshit. But it sounds good when you have somebody who needs a conspiracy to run with, who needs an angle to come out and to fool a new audience. You're fooling nobody over here that's been known and has been watching this unfold already. So he read then Jane's public post. So what he showed was just
he showed my post on YouTube, but he was gonna bring out I was hoping show my fucking Discord. I sent 2 messages to him in that whole time I was there, like 2 fucking messages, and please show them because you're gonna make a fucking fool out of yourself. I beg you to show them, okay? My fucking idiot.
Crazy.
Pissing me off.
Yeah, and then making.
But it's not that. It's not me. You know, like you know, calling me racist. Okay, show some fucking proof. Like what's the you know, it's the golden Imani. Like show proof if you're gonna.
It's the go-to thing to try and back people off. When there's nothing else that he can come back on, he has to make it about, oh well, they're racist and they're attacking Black American males. No such fucking thing.
No, because all we did is support
the lies that are being told about us. That's it. Nick is here.
And you know, when he got exposed and everything, and when we were like, when we fucking figured it all out, you know, what the game and what the play was, and then you know we left because we don't want to be there, and he expected us to like windmill for him. Like, are you fucking insane? Like, you can't even tell a truth straight, and all you do is, you know, lie. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, who do you think I am? Like, literally, who do you think I am?
He's crazy.
And besides that, like, you know, we totally forgot about him, but it's always them following us. Like what we're
Yes.
doing, what we're saying. Like, come
Yes.
on,
I'm
get
lying.
over yourself.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Nick.
G'day. G'day. How you doing?
How are
Hey,
you?
Nick.
All right. All right. How you doing, Jane? You all right?
No, I'm okay. I'm just like this. Like, everybody that knows me, I'm like this, you know.
I
But
know.
I was quite upset, actually, you know. And I knew
Yeah.
if I didn't go into Ralph's chat, which I wasn't even planning, but when he said Sassy's name, when he said, you know, she's still alive, I'm like,
Yeah.
you motherfucker. I knew I wouldn't have gotten a good night's sleep over that. Like, I'd be like twisting and turning in my bed, like, what the fuck did just happen? How dare he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How fucking dare you do that on somebody that was there for you, fucking made
Mhm.
music for you. You
Yeah.
gave her nothing for it. Trisha and Sassy made music for Ralph. Okay? She was streaming in there for that. Ventisha and Sassy were the only ones streaming in that Discord and keeping
Mhm.
that, you know, stuff alive, you know? And out of and now you go, you want to, you know, spread some more conspiracies on Sassy because you know she's not alive, and
Yeah.
now you don't want to let her rest in peace for what?
Mm-hmm.
For clout.
For
For
clout. Yeah.
it's just
It's sick.
it's
It is
sick.
sick.
That's
Sick.
exactly what it is.
He's sunk to a new low. I didn't think
It's
it was possible.
Well, yeah, and then you see, you know, you see somebody else who's also struggling, like, you know, Vampy and everything. Like I've been there, like we've all been there for her, and then she goes lying on me, like getting, you know, doing the same thing everybody else is doing. Like,
Well, yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm
Maybe.
like, you people are fucking sick. Like, what the fuck is wrong
Do,
with you? Don't, you know,
that
like
hurt.
Jane.
you go against the good ones that are there for you,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
you know,
Jane,
for who?
do you think that Vampy is following Ralph's lead with the bullshit that he does?
No, Vampy has not only that she's following, like she's every day she's different, and that's you know that's why I use my discernment just to. That's why I didn't go in her chat. That's why, you
Mhm.
know. But I've realized that she's been dragging us almost every single day, you know.
Mhm.
And you know I get quite happy for her when she does something, only when I'm not mentioned, when you know Snoopy's not mentioned, when you're not, like, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
but you know at one point enough is enough, and like this is
Yeah.
the second time I go in and I realize that she's just happy that I'm there. But like, do you, do you
It's not
realize
how
what you're
steady you're
doing?
in.
I'm not
Exactly.
happy to be abused and talked trash on or like lied on every day.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna be
Mm-hmm.
there because you don't
Mm-mm.
deserve me there.
Mm-mm.
You just don't.
Um, I just want to say one thing on the Vampy situation. I knew that when Vampy came over to my channel and invited me to come over for an interview, um, that one day I may end up getting dragged. And I was wondering what that would look like. So sometimes I laugh when I'm hearing myself dragged over there. I laugh because it's ridiculous, half of the things she says. And I knew it would happen. So, you know, I'm good with it. And I'm good to stay away from it. You know, I don't go back to
Yeah.
where I'm getting abused and dragged.
Yeah. And I think that's something she needs to realize. You
Hmm.
know, when you do things to good people who do not deserve it, who genuinely was
Hmm.
only there to support, uplift, and try and support your channel,
Yeah, but turning up is
promote your
supporting.
channel,
Yeah, hitting the
you
panel
know,
is
and then you
supporting.
turn on
Yep.
them.
Hmm.
You can't turn on people, crash out, and then ask them to hit your link and expect things to it doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't. And if there's a mental health issue, go and get fucking help or get fucked. Sorry, Snoopy, but that's
No,
how I feel.
you're fine. You're
You know,
fine.
I can't. I'm understanding of mental health issues, but if
Well,
you're not willing to get help, I don't tolerate them.
oh,
I'm not interested. Get help.
I, I
It's just
I
old.
I agree with that, you know,
Yeah.
because I don't like her manipulation games. Like the other day, she said, and if I, or maybe it was today, like, I don't know. But she said, and if I die, you're not gonna, I'm like, bitch, I can die too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
We
And
all
I'm not
can.
gonna blame
Yeah.
anybody else.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Yeah.
like what the hell?
So
Yeah.
Like,
And
get over
that
yourself. You know what
that
I
was
mean?
something that stood out to me also. When you're going live at people, because here's the thing, I wanted to go live, right? Not to go in on her, but literally to come up here and act out like she does, to see would she get it.
no.
To crash out on people coming in and
Mm-hmm.
to say to them when they're only there, to say people that are showing up to help, you've got a community. They're there to support you. But when you go in on them because you're having, I think, and I'm just going to say that a lot of this is just to get people in to begin with, because then she settles down, you know.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
when you start going in on people, well, this is going on with me, and this is real life, and I have a lot of real life stuff going on. So was every other single person in your chat, but
Mm-hmm.
they're not using anybody else as their emotional punching bag.
Mm-mm. No.
And that's what it comes down to. Every single person that comes into your chat has a real life, has things going on with them, but they don't
Mm-hmm.
come out and crash out on other people for it.
Yep.
Right. Luna said it. Yeah, it gives them ammunition, like these
Yeah,
morons.
it
It
really does. Yeah.
literally gives them ammunition to, like, go
It
on and
feeds her
spread some more
lies
lies.
because she lies. She has been lying and repeating things that are not true just because Golden said them, just because Imani said them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just like, right, you didn't need to treat me how you treated me or anybody else in order for you to go over there.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just done it, and I still would have
Yep.
been okay. But no, it's how you go about it.
And also, like, Vampy, if you're here, hit the link.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's not going to be an
hit the link.
attack. Let me put
You
the
know how
link in. It's not an attack, fam, because nobody here wants
right.
any row. It's not about rowing with you. It's about put this to fucking rest. Build your platform.
She
And
has,
try
like,
and understand.
so much talent. Like, it's just pointless to even, like,
Yes.
repeat it because she knows she does. But, like,
Yes.
if you do know that you do have it, why don't you navigate it right? Like, you know what I mean? Why don't you try to control yourself a little bit more and not just look at the number? Okay, let me just crash out on the first person that comes in. Like, Plotter came in today, I think. I missed that part, but then I had to, like, replay it. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my
Yeah.
God, like, he's the first. But then Shanta came in. I'm like, she crashed. I'm like, okay, so is that your content? Oh, like, good job. Bravo. You want a trophy for that? Like, you know what I mean? Just because your numbers went up to 29. Meanwhile, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the complaint was the crash out was because of the gaming live, 50 people watching and not many likes. And to that I say grow up, get over it.
Yeah.
50 people watching and you're whinging about it,
Numbers
but the
aren't
likes weren't
important.
liking. Oh, come on. Fuck.
I'm going to address Michelle's comment. It was a live a while ago, but she privated it. Dee, I was just saying my Vampy thinks everybody left because of Snoopy, and she keeps repeating this. Here's the thing, right? This is what this app is about. People will align, and I know you don't like me using that word, Vampy, but people align to people that are like them. People have principles. Certain people will never sit with Golden, Ralph, Jelly. It is just what it is through their experience. So if somebody comes along, and that was why I left. If somebody comes along, and that's your channel, it's your prerogative, and I told you I would support from a distance, and I wished you nothing but well, but then you started going in on me.
Yep.
But your subscribers make or break your channel, not me. Not me. And that
Not
comes
me.
back to you. So if I all of a sudden switch up here now and say, right, all of a sudden now I'm going to support X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to do what A, B, and C, and my subscribers don't like it, they're going to fucking leave
They are.
Exactly.
Yep.
because they
Yep.
don't align with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Exactly.
just
And
how it operates. That's how it works. It's not, there was
exactly.
no competition. There was no fucking nothing. But you
Yes.
created an argument out of nothing. And that's why I don't respond. I
And
didn't take
Yeah.
these people away. I don't have that power.
You gave her closure. You
Yeah,
and Jane and Loki, you all hit her panel. You
and
gave her
explain.
closure. That live is
Mhm.
still up. If she misses everyone that much, she can rewatch that live and hear you say it all over again.
Listen, all of that is just work bullshit, and I'm just going to
yeah,
call it as it is, as I see it here.
yeah.
It's just fucking rhetoric to go live, hit live, start
Mm-hmm.
talking about how you feel that you miss people who you don't really miss because you were well aware of how to hit them up in the background. That's just bullshit. It's just a way of crashing out. Poor me, play victim, like all the shit
And
that you
feeding the
do,
lies
and then other
to
people come in just to stroke your fucking ego or to placate your feelings and baby you and mind your, and tell you that you're great and tell you that, and you are great, you are wonderful, you are talented, but
yeah, but
that's
you know
between
what her
us.
problem is? Can you guys hear me? Or is my
Yep,
volume up?
we can hear.
No, the problem is Vampy one likes this is what she does, and this is what's making her channel impossible in a way. She today she openly admitted she trolls, she loves trolling, that she is a troll. The other day she
Mm-hmm.
said, "No, you called me a troll." But listen, you are a troll because but she's
Exactly.
the type of troll that likes everybody and that wants everyone to like her, which is a
Mm-hmm.
mission impossible. On these streets, it's a mission
It
impossible.
is.
And
Yeah.
if
But
and
then she
you
can
know what
flip
it is,
flop
and
too.
look at the example. She's I think I said this today. She is just like Happy Life, except Happy Life is an
Exactly.
extrovert. He hits the panels, he hits everybody's panel, and he doesn't give a shit about his channel. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Vampy, she trolls everyone, and I know all her fucking troll names, and she trolled me and spread
Yeah.
lies, and you know what I mean. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you fucking troll, you hide under those troll accounts. You want to make the place fun as a troll space. Why don't you
Mm-hmm.
call yourself a troll academy?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do that. Do that
Mm-hmm.
and be open and like hold your ground.
Mm-hmm.
If
All we
that's what you
tried to say
are.
to her was,
Don't
if,
fucking, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Don't do the manipulation games. Oh, I only want you. I only want you. No, I don't buy it. Like I'm no, you're not gonna do that.
yeah.
Like
And all
uh,
we
y-
advised her was if she wanted to be taken seriously, then stand on whatever way it is on what you believe and hold it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
right.
That's it. And
Mm-hmm.
that didn't have to necessarily be in alignment to how we think, but just her. If you want to be taken seriously, then stand for something. But this
Mm-hmm.
back and forth and dragging and trolling, and you're not, for me, it's hard to take
Yeah,
somebody serious like that. It
but
is.
exactly for me, there's people like RGM that can just like because they're like fake as fuck, and they can just be and sit there and fake laugh and uh, giggle and ha ha ha, you're
Mm-hmm.
the great, I love you. No, there's people like that too. And RGM, if you're in the bushes, if you want to hit the panel, we can talk about the reason why I called you fake and the reason why I timed you out. And if you're not, that's fine. I can just tell it to you right now. You decided to insert yourself, and I called you a liar because you are, because you
Mm-hmm.
are a people pleaser. And this has nothing to do with Polly or any of that other bullshit that you think you have made up in your mind. You, when I came into the chat and I uh, called out Vampy's troll name, you decided to insert yourself to clarify my comment. Nobody needs to clarify my comment because my comment is as clear as it is. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
when you decided to clarify it, you made it false, saying that you don't actually not only made it false, but you also lied because I know that you said that you know that she is that troll. But your clarification was fake, just to please Vampy's emotions and feelings. You said, "Oh, I don't think, I think Jane is trying to say, but Jane, I don't think that Vampy's troll me." No, 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 you're not gonna do that to me. And then the next day, when you were on panel, when she was dragging the fuck out of us, and you were there just laughing and doing your fake ass shit. And I don't like fake people, and I can openly tell you that's the reason I timed you out, and this is what I stand on. And you don't have to like me. You blocked me actually, so I don't have a problem with that. But you're not gonna go and cry for 2 days on Vampy's panel saying how you don't know I came out of nowhere. No, you know exactly where I came from. And when I call you out, I stand on it because it's the truth. Okay? And that's just the RGM, and that's it.
Yes.
People, I'm not gonna let people fucking lie on me. That's it. And don't insert yourself where you know, do whatever the fuck you want to do. People please everybody. There's people like that. And I don't mind, everybody's like, we're all different, but you're not gonna lie on me because I saw you, say the same thing. So
And it turns out
that's
that was
about
her,
it.
it 100% was her troll account because she came in here and left me, And then when I called her out on it when
And
it
he
went
knows
live,
it,
and
and
then
everybody knows
she was
it.
crashing out,
E-
it was the exact same thing she left here. So it was vampy.
Exactly.
You,
And she knows
you hear
it.
that, RGM? It was Vampy.
It was vampy. There's no
Jane's not a liar.
No, what he is he's a liar because he also said that that was Vampy. That's why I fucking called him out. You're gonna
Yeah,
call,
but he,
you're gonna, he wants to clarify my fucking truth. Meanwhile, he's the one that said it too. And then, you know what I
but
mean?
they're,
Call me out.
but they're getting
Fuck you guys.
married. He didn't want to upset his future wife. They're getting married. Come on.
Yeah, probably.
Cassandra's backstage.
Yes, RGM. Maria.
Hey,
Hello.
Cassandra. Oh, look at the picture.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I was in Vampy's chat. Well, I wasn't there. I had just popped in, and as I popped in, she brought you and I up again, and I'm not understanding what is the issue. Why does she keep bringing it up? I don't know.
I'm lost. Sorry.
I'm saying when I uh, popped up in Vampy's chat earlier, as I was in there, she mentioned you and I about the channel and me coming, how we came up on your platform and
Ah,
Valerie. She mentioned you, me, and Valerie,
yeah.
and she wasn't very happy. And I don't understand what's the deal with that.
She's just complaining about everything,
You see,
Cassandra.
I'm not putting vampy down here, but here's the fucking thing, right? If you are seen as a troll, if you're seen as somebody who is not serious, then it's going to be very difficult for somebody to go and have a serious topic on your platform.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean about defining what it is she wants to do. And listen, she's got what she does in anyway. But I think that's where a lot of the for me, I'm going to speak for myself. I think that's where a lot of the vitriol towards me came, and that hurt me because all I did was support her and genuinely support her. So when
Mhm.
she turned and I saw a whole bitter side, for me, I got a lesson in it going, right, okay, well, this person clearly never actually had anything genuine towards me because the second that I need to mute your mic for a second, Cassandra, just because it's people.
Echoing.
Yeah. So when she did switch up and she did start with all the vitriol, I was going, right, okay, I know where I stand with you now, but I know that what I did was genuine, and that's all I can control. It is what it is, But I will not, and I said that to her, I won't be going back. You don't get to abuse, and there is no other word for it. You do not get to abuse people and then still expect them to keep returning for more and more
Mm-mm.
and more.
Mm-mm.
That's that doormat shit. No.
Yeah, don't do that. I don't do that. It's not for me.
And unfortunately, maybe that's a hard lesson she'll learn. I hope she learns from it. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about a community of people conspiring against her, because as you can see, Vampy, everybody else is still talking. There's no animosity anywhere other than the ones that you created with certain people for whatever agenda. I don't know. It is
Cassandra,
what
if
it
you
is.
want, you can unmute yourself if you need to speak.
You can, Cassandra, actually. Yeah, I meant to say that. It is what it is.
Okay. I was just saying that I really got to really liking her a lot and supporting her no matter what. And I still want to go in there and say hi and and talk to a few people and just try to support her. I just don't like the crashing out on everybody and
Yeah.
other subscribers, just telling us to leave and
Yeah.
upset. We just did that today. So I left that.
Yeah, and that's it. Like, you don't know what people are dealing with. When people come out here and they're on YouTube to switch off for a while, have a bit of fun, see what's happening. They don't really want to be here to be fucking, crashed out on. Maria, just to answer your question there, she did both. She done it on other channels, but she would do it on her troll accounts. She did both.
But I just wanted to let you know that she brings us up often about me coming on your panel, me and Valerie. She believed it was we should have did it on her channel, her platform, and I don't understand why she feels that way.
And I've no answer for that either.
Well, listen,
You know?
Vampy needs to hit this panel and talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk, because she's the only one that caused this division. You know what I mean? Like it, and I understand. And I honestly, I try to, I'm really nice with her. Let's put it this way. Like, I could be way worse, and it's not my intention, because I understand her struggles, okay?
Yeah.
And I understand her paranoias and, like Nick
Mhm.
said, mental health, but I can't help you with your mental health. So if I'm making it worse, and if I'm receiving on the other end, receiving that abuse, there's no way I'm gonna be there. Like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. So, she admits the things I appreciate. Let's say I appreciate in Vampy, but I don't know how genuine it is, because she's a trickster.
Yeah.
She
She works for
says,
so long and then she's back to square one.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Maria, we don't go over. Don't listen. But we share subscribers, so that's where it becomes tricky.
I still wish the best for her. I want her
Exactly.
to succeed. I don't
Mhm.
want her to be jealous, because jealousy is gonna eat her alive. You know what I mean? Jealousy is not good. You can't flourish with jealousy inside of you, even if you admit it. But if you go, like, you see, that's, she boggles my mind sometimes, and she's a really interesting character, and a person. She has so much in her, and I don't. I'm not here to shame her and everything, because she does that to herself. There's plenty of times I told her, stop. Stop. What do you call that word? Fuck, just ran out of my mouth. English is my second language.
Stop
Anyhow,
lying. Stop fucking
no,
around.
she,
What word?
she puts herself down a lot,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's not good. So you're feeding, you put yourself down, then you put others down, and then you try to lift it up. Just find some sort of a balance, and try to be loyal to anyone. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be Nick, Snoopy. You know what I mean?
But to
Yeah.
herself, even.
Be loyal to yourself.
Yeah.
Try to stay loyal to one person. She turned on Kiki, over stupid jealousy. Oh, Kiki, why are you dragging gold? Kiki, like, what are you talking about? You know Kiki better than me. And
Yeah.
you're like calling her out. Like, you also told her to leave your chat. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Kiki is you know her the longest. So it's like, damn, what the fuck are you doing? For who to come in? You know? For who to come in your chat and listen to that?
Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable anymore. I feel like I'm not wanted over there because she says those things every day, and I just barely learned how she does crash out, and I feel bad about that because I know she struggles, and I don't know. I just don't want to be nowhere that they don't want me to be because it's a lot of,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And I think you've got everyone has their own shit going on as well. Sometimes it is better to just say, right, I'm out and out, and not be around you because you could be having a bad day and it impacts. It's just not. It's toxic.
I don't know what's wrong with her, why she crashes out.
Hopefully, she figures it out.
Yeah.
Because none of this is being said as a way of dragging her or in any way. It is our concern, even though we're no longer there, we're not supporting in that way. We do still want to see the best for her, and that's the God's honest truth. Honestly, I mean, if somebody went off vamping in the morning, I would hate to see anybody, be targeting her or anything like that. We've been talking about loads of people. We've been talking about Ralph, we've been talking about Golem, talking about Lady Letitia, and everything's going on there.
Ralph.
Mm-hmm.
Respond, and she respond to channel and everything. This is kind of like a stamp after
And I'm
for
glad you showed all those receipts, because we don't lie on this channel, okay? And if there is a mistake made, Snoopy always, retracts it and says, okay, it was made, but I haven't seen any of those examples. The thing is, they're the biggest hypocrites. And, when Ralph the other day exposed her for fake beef, I'm like, oh my God, but don't go around like you've been defaming, poor people for months now, and it had to take all of the, like what Snoopy did and everything, like it had to take all of that for you to what? You know what I mean? Like you're still doing it. Like, please.
exactly.
Well,
It
I
is what
just
it
want
is.
that. I just wanted to talk to you about that, like, because you guys know her better than I do. So
Hmm.
it worries me when she crashes out. I worry for her, you know.
You've got enough to worry about, Cassandra.
Yes, I know. I know. But I still care about her, though.
Yeah,
I get it.
we all do.
Do.
We all
We all
do,
do.
and I understand that. I understand your feelings and emotions, because I always worry for her, and when she wasn't here for 7 days, we were all worried,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So it's
yes.
like, all that, and you're still like, what, being just self-centered in your own, you know. I mean, like Snoopy said, we all have problems. We don't come on this app waking up, oh, I'm gonna go after this.
Mhm.
No, we all have lives, we all have problems, we all have issues, we all have, stuff to deal with.
Yep.
And it's not my job to hop a panel. This is the first time I hopped Snoopy's panel.
It is
First
actually,
Yay.
time.
yeah.
You
So,
know what I mean?
so you're Jane?
Yes,
Yeah, that's
I'm
Yeah,
Jane.
Jane.
this is
And I
Jane,
and
yeah.
I did it. I did it because of Sassy. Sassy was my
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
She was the best thing that that could ever happen to me. Just knowing her and being in her presence, like let's say virtually, you know what I mean? Every single day. And that motherfucker tells me that I don't even know. Like, bitch, you know shit. You're just a liar. All of you. All of you in
Mhm.
in, in that, you know, chat there that was there last night.
Yeah, I wonder what that means, back and forth, and then try they want unity. You can't have it both ways. What does that mean?
It
Sassy
means
meant the world
if
to us.
you instigate something and then there's a response and then there's that continuous cycle, it's very hard to bring unity if that's what you're stuck in.
Right. Okay. But anyway, I'm gonna hop down. I just wanted to see if you would know or have her, you know, come up. I
I
thought
think
maybe she would come up when you invited her, so that's why I also wanted
you're
to
always
come up.
welcome, Cassandra. Always.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna drop down into the chat now.
Okay. Take care.
See,
Thank
Cassandra,
you,
I hope you feel better.
Cassandra. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank
Digital Karen, keyboard gangsters, toxic grifters, period. 100%, Luna. 100%. Anyway, she was always nice, pleasant to me in the chat. Yeah, so I think we've covered loads.
Hmm.
That's everything for my side. And anyway, unless there's anything either of you have you want to bring up.
Oh, I
No.
could talk for days, but I'm not going to. I have to save some for my channel too, Snoopy.
That's true. I won't
I've
put
got
you on
some
the
more.
spot. No, I'll do that in the background.
Yeah, I get it, Maria. I get what you're saying. I get it. You know, but I don't want to do that with Vampy. But I have
Yeah.
to have him a say every now and then,
Yeah,
because
none of us.
I can
Yeah.
only take so much before I. It's better out than in. Every now and then you got to let a little bit of it out. Let them know that you're not happy with what you're hearing, and then that's it.
And be respectful. Yeah, which is what we
Yeah,
learned. Yeah.
yeah,
It's hard for me to be respectful when I get so much disrespect, and it's like
yeah.
I'm like not very diplomatic, but I am very reasonable, and I'm very honest, and I'm very
Hmm.
straightforward. I will not play any kind of games behind your back. I will, you know, do the snake shit. Oh, do this and no.
Mm.
Like what you see is what you get, and that's
Can,
how I am. That's how
can you
I
put?
am. So you
Can
can
you
either
put?
love me or hate me, and I don't mind either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Could you put Temper's comment up, please, Snoopy?
This guy says, I've got a massive headache, or else I will come up. I would just love to say some people, no matter what they are, simply ungrateful. Yeah, I completely agree. Across the
Yeah,
board. Yeah.
and Temper's been getting dragged, for no reason
Yeah.
by
And
Vampy as
Temper
well.
bothers
So
nobody. Nobody.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what he means
Temper,
by
we do a
ungrateful.
panel
So
because I actually like being on panel with Temper. He's very level headed. I like his perspective on things.
yeah, I do too. I love him.
So, yeah.
Did you hear that, Temper? I just said that out loud on someone else's channel to the whole world. He's going to run away now.
Yeah, just for anybody that Riri is asking, what Vampy's channel is, and her channel name is now Vampires of Tomorrow. It's not that we're here to saying don't go, don't promote. So if anybody's looking for that, that's her new channel, Vampires of Tomorrow.
Yeah, and look, by all means, go and see for yourself. Like, don't take our word for it. Always do your own research, people. Always.
Oh, she was calling you today, Riri. You see, this is that's what we've just been talking about. Yeah, she typecasts herself.
Oh, yep, that's going to go viral.
That's going
Nick
to go
loves
viral.
temper. Nick loves temper. I do. Can't hide it. It's true. I've known temper for quite a while now.
Yeah. So that's it. Unless you two have anything.
I don't know. Do you want to play? I've got a song for you. You could play. Do you want to play a song?
Go ahead.
All right. Let me. I wasn't prepared. Obviously.
I apologize, everyone, to the chat. I'm having trouble being on the panel and looking at the chat. So I just want to say hi and love to the chat.
You're right, Jane. You're really good on a panel.
Do I 100% agree. Golden and Amani are starting a fake beef with Lady Letitia now. That was the beginning of our live, and I showed some receipts on where this started 2 months ago and has been continuing. And now she's a target.
I'm just getting it ready.
But it's the sheer, like what they do is always threaten. Golden threatens me, and then Imani goes in and threatens all the time. She threatens you. She's like, it's all the threat.
Yeah.
It's your channel. Goodbye. Oh, like, excuse me. Like,
yeah.
Hello.
Tag team and bullying and bullshit.
All right, I'm almost getting it ready. I mean, it's almost ready. I'm getting it ready. All right. There's something in the back there you can share, Snoopy. Yeah. If you want to put it on the screen. You might have to turn your music off.
Okay. I already know.
All right, hang on.
Turn this off.
Press play. Yep. All right, let's go.
Word salad on the television screen. Everybody talking, saying nothing in between. Half the room is laughing, half the room's offended. Nobody knows where the sentence even ended. There's a bottle on the table, catching evening light, pouring little truths that disappear by night. The world's spinning sideways in a beautiful machine. Word salad, whiskey and green. Everybody's certain, nobody agrees. The louder that they shout, the harder it is to see. Then someone starts laughing, someone pours another round, and suddenly the whole room settles down. What's that? Whiskey, green. There's a man on my couch and he won't leave. What's that? Whiskey, green. He's making more sense than what's on TV. He says, mate, I figured out the whole damn show. I ask him where he's headed, he says, I don't know. He laughs at the silence like it's an old friend. Says every crooked road is straight in the end. The bottle's getting lighter, the night grows thin. Funny how the quiet lets the truth walk in. Outside, all the stars are perfectly serene while we're living on whiskey be angry. Maybe we're all just collecting broken phrases, trying to build tomorrow from yesterday's mazes. Maybe every answer starts sounding absurd, hidden in the silence between every word. Word salad, whiskey, green. There's a man on my couch and he won't leave. He's telling old stories, singing out of key, but somehow tonight he sounded like me. Whiskey, green. Sometimes the weirdest nights are the ones that set you free.
Thank you, Snoopy.
It's very good.
The nail polish gets me every time.
Isn't it? Yeah, Maria
Yeah,
just asked a question there. Just gave her the comment. Yeah, because somebody made a comment asking, well, what did they do all day or all night? Did they paint their nails?
No, it was Phantom. He said,
Oh, it was
"Well,
fun.
what did you do there on that sleepover? Get your nails done." So
the thing is,
Nice color. Nice shade.
the thing is, I've noticed he does have really long fingernails.
Well, it was
So
this.
it's
I took. They're his real nails. I just put nail polish on them. They're his actual nails.
Exactly, Nick. Like they're kind of too long. But I guess he needs them to pick food out of his teeth. Every once in a while that he does that, or to fix his
Oh,
new
geez.
snap-on teeth he got. Okay.
Thank you. I've been dying to get you to play that.
Anytime. Anytime.
Thank you. All right. You can take
Thank
it
you
down
both
if you
for
want.
coming up. Really
That's all right.
appreciate it.
Thank you, Snoopy.
Thank you.
Everybody else have a great night. Well, it's past midnight here where I'm at. So yeah,
Wow.
enjoy your
It's
day and your night where everybody's at. And
it's almost 9 a.m. here, Jane.
And you need sleep, so.
I'm wide awake. I don't know. I'm good. I'm all good. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Snoopy. Thank you, everyone.
thank you.
So,
I'm going to jump down there.
Bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.
And I think that's a good place where to wrap it up. Thanks everybody for coming in. I really appreciate you hanging out and engaging. Yeah. Do try and bring it back to the beginning, and you'll see where this has been linked about where Amani didn't only speak about Lady Letitia on one occasion. And I've brought where the transcript is from and the lives on which it was said 2 months ago. So, yeah, Maria, I'll give you a quick synopsis, right? She's with a guy, right? He's her boyfriend. And she invited Ralph over to her house. Ralph was going that direction and he stayed over for the night. While there, she had been drinking, and at some part of the evening, she made a pass at him. He didn't feel too secure. The next morning, his words, he got up, he went to McDonald's, he got them a breakfast, and he returned and he legged it out of there, gone. He showed the messages on his live. He stated that he didn't feel safe. He thought that she wanted to put charges on him. They're his words, not mine. Okay? They were on the live. Bearing in mind, she has a boyfriend that she's in a long-term relationship with. But apparently on that night, she wasn't. Her mother had to put her to bed. She messaged Ralph the next day, pretending not to remember anything. And he tried to downplay it. But hey, there you go. And it all went tits up over on Maggie's. And that's that story. but she's out here judging everybody else. Thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks to all my mods. Thanks Illy, great to see you. She blamed it on the whiskey and green. Exactly, yeah. She'd been drinking whiskey from that day. He said she woke up before she even brushed her teeth. She was reaching for whiskey. So, hence the song. It's parody. Before she comes back saying it's anything else, it's parody. Sounds very high schoolish. Absolutely, it does. Yeah, it really does. Gonna ask you, are we cool? No, Riri. We no, we don't see eye to eye on nothing really at all. It just is what it is. We don't agree on fuck all. When I went over onto that platform, just in case you're wondering, when I went over, I explained this earlier on the live. When I went over to show Golden, because Golden had been going around playing victim and saying that I was attacking her. So what I did was I went over to Maggie's to show her up for exactly who she is. I offered to put my ego to one side, drop everything, draw a line in the sand. Once she didn't align with Jelly. But of course, she was too hell-bent, thinking that she was going to have backup with Jelly. I don't give no fucks about Jelly. She doesn't intimidate me at all. But she thought she was going to be having somebody there that would intimidate me. Wrong move. So I had said on the platform that there was a bigger picture. I agreed with Maggie on the whole thing with Jelly. That I agreed with her on. I agreed that Golden was making a mistake. But hey, it was Golden's to make. She stated that she was an advocate. She said I had no business being an advocate anywhere. So, hey, I went over. I gave her an olive branch. I gave her an out. So that her own community, who had already questioned as to what the fuck was she thinking. But that wasn't enough because she thought she would have some sort of, I don't know, group of idiots that would come after me and bother me. Nah, don't work that way. So that's what that context was over there. That's it. That's it. Everything else still stands on where it was. And we don't align on anything at all. We're still quite opposed. And she still has me painted as Chucky with a knife. So, hey, it is what it is. I hope that makes sense. As long as my Irish ass is still the common. Oh, I've still got common sense. Yeah, my opinions are strong. My principles are strong. Yeah. I agreed with her on that with Golden. I couldn't see the sense in her aligning with Jelly, but she did fuck herself up. She fucked herself up and she showed herself as a fraud and wearing costume, not principles. Yeah, we're 5 hours ahead, Maria. Chucky was cool. Yeah. And a bride of Chucky. I had a nephew and niece that went as both of those for Halloween a couple of years ago. They looked so cool. It was deadly. And she certainly did not. She completely stood, please. This fucking idiot that goes around the place thinking that anybody wants to even talk about her. Fuck off. You idiot. Fuck off. But no, yeah, she's another one that makes up lies. But they're in good company because that's all they do. Lie. Stay there. Keep going. Move around. And it's 9 a.m. on Sunday morning in Australia. Because of Jelly, I found out stood for 4-prong creep. Exactly, Luna. Yeah. But everybody else is lying. The internet is undefeated. Isn't that right, Golden? Ralph's words for you. Undefeated. So with that, I hope you all have a great Saturday evening. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for the engagement. It's been a fun live. And yeah, see you all tomorrow. Well, Watchers is coming on live tomorrow. 4-prong doo-doo in simple terms means anybody, any rights that you have to your child is removed. That's what 4-prong means. And 4-prong are different tests that they verify to say that you have not met in order. So In her words, verbatim, what she said herself to describe it was, I did everything possible that I could have done wrong. And then they removed all rights. That's 100%. That is fact and legal. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Watchers will be on panel for the first time, just to prove Jelly's such a fucking liar. And that guy from Liverpool, I have no idea who he is. More luck to him. So have a great Saturday, and I'll chat to you all then. Bye, everyone.